Just a little bit concerned as to why you're filming inside Sussex Police premises.
Well, first of all, could you actually identify yourself properly for me?
Yeah, of course. My name's Inspector Simon Barden. I'm one of the duty inspectors up in our
Inspector?
Simon Barden.
Simon Barden, okay.
So I work in the Force Contact Control Room, so we're just wondering why you're stood on our property filming into...
No, I'm stood on public property.
Okay.
So let's verify that.
But you're filming into private property?
It makes no difference.
It does.
Why is that? What law am I breaking?
Because you're filming private property and you haven't...
It makes no difference.
Well, it does. You can't film into private property.
Yes, I can.
Okay, under what law?
Okay. The law is I can film whatever I can see in public. Okay, you can't trespass the eye.
Right from the start, the inspector shows he has no idea what he's talking about. In the UK, there is no law that stops anyone from filming buildings or vehicles from a public place. An inspector, someone meant to know the rules, should already understand that. When Plod challenges him, the inspector asks, under what law, which flips the law on its head. The public doesn't need a law to film in public. Police need a law to stop it. Article 10 of the European Convention on Human Rights and multiple court rulings clearly protect photography and filming in public spaces.
There are staff members that are coming in. You're putting their security at risk because you could potentially...
I'm not putting anyone's security at risk.
But you could be, couldn't you?
No, that's a presumption, okay? I'm not doing anything wrong.
No, it's not a presumption because I said you could. I didn't say you were,
okay.
I said you could be. So that's not a presumption, that's me suggesting that you could be.
Okay, and how would I be putting their safety at risk then?
So what are you doing with those films?
Well, it's for personal use.
Okay, what personal use? Are you going to be sharing those online?
I don't know. Whatever personal use I wish.
Okay. So what is the purpose of you being here today, would be my question.
The police is a public service.
Yep.
Okay, and I'm here to actually record what the public pay for.
Okay, but this isn't a police station, this is police headquarters.
It makes no difference. The public still pay for it.
Okay, I don't understand what you're trying to achieve though, because if you want to make sure...
I'm not trying to achieve anything, I'm just filming what the public pay for.
Okay, but if you're trying to prove that the public are paying and getting value for service, surely you'd be better...
I didn't say that, I didn't say that at all.
So what did you say?
Okay, I said I'm just here to film what the public pay for, that's it.
Okay, for what reason?
My own reason.
Instead of accepting that filming is legal, the inspector starts demanding answers. What will you do with the footage? What personal use? Why are you filming? That's not policing, that's fishing. He wasn't investigating a crime. He was trying to invent one by forcing Plod to explain something that needs no explanation. Plod had no legal duty to answer any of those questions. Article 10 protects filming as free expression. The inspector acted like filming required his permission, turning a right into a privilege.
And do you come here regularly and do this?
That's irrelevant.
Okay. I feel like I've come down to have a conversation with you and engage with you. And
yeah,
you're not particularly willing to engage.
Yeah, but that conversation is irrelevant. Okay, that's called fishing for information.
It's not called fishing. It's called engaging with someone. It's called.
Yeah, I'll have a conversation about whatever you want. Okay, but whether or not I've been here or not, or whether or not I'm actually filming, I'm just doing exactly what I'm perfectly lawfully allowed to do.
What my concern would be is that, do you pose a security threat?
Okay, your concern and what the law is are two different things.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
They're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Okay, your feelings and what you feel is not the law. Okay, what I'm doing is perfectly lawful.
Not if you pose a security threat.
In what way? You still haven't answered that.
Have you answered my question?
Okay, you still haven't answered that.
Have you answered my question?
I don't need to answer your question.
And I don't need to answer your questions.
Okay.
When the inspector tries the security threat excuse, he proves he has nothing. Police can't shout security just because they feel uncomfortable. To restrict someone's rights, they need reasonable suspicion of a crime, not a feeling. That's the law under pace and case law. As Plod said, feelings aren't the law. The inspector couldn't explain any real threat, so he switched to childish tactics like, "Have you answered my questions?" instead of giving a straight legal basis.
Are you recording police vehicles? Are you recording information on police staff?
I'm recording whatever I can see.
Bear with me a second.
Why are you filming here?
Because I'm well within my legal rights to do so.
But why?
It's a public service that the public pay for.
Have you a keen interest in the police?
Okay, I have an interest in all public services.
So you do this on a regular basis?
Okay. That's irrelevant.
Rather than filming us, why don't you ask us some questions and we can if you're interested in the police,
first of all, okay, if I had been approached correctly, okay, then I would have, okay, but your inspector hadn't, okay. You've come out, you've made an allegation, okay, towards me. No, you did. You made an allegation that your staff, okay, are alarmed and distressed, okay. You should know, as a constable, okay, you cannot be alarmed and distressed.
Any person can feel harassment, alarm and distress.
Not when you're an officer. It is case law, and you cannot. You cannot be.
But let me speak. Let me get my voice across so you can get yours. Okay?
I can film whatever the eye can see, sir.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. Okay, you've just said what you want, so let me speak. Okay, members of staff leaving this building, this facility, in their plain clothes, in their own car, you filming them has caused them alarm, harassment and distress. Okay? They're not on duty as police officers, so they can feel alarm and distress.
When two constables show up, the excuses get even weaker. They claim staff are distressed by being filmed. But police and police staff are expected to handle more scrutiny than the general public. Saying they're in plain clothes and driving personal cars makes no difference. They are still entering police headquarters and performing policing functions. You can't avoid accountability just because you're not in uniform while on police property.
Security risk.
From that here all the way round inside this property, okay, I can film.
It doesn't matter. When we book off our system off duty, we're off duty. However, what we are going to clarify is whether what you're standing on is private land. So
it's publicly accessible.
No.
It's publicly accessible under Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act.
We're going to find out whether this part that you're standing on is private.
But then if you can show me the actual signs that state private property along there, okay, no public access, then fine, I will move on. Okay, but there are no signs, and it's publicly accessible.
What is your name, young man?
It's irrelevant.
You've clearly come here for an argument.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
Being here, then?
Because I want to film.
Film what? Film what?
Okay, what the public pay for.
Leaving the building.
No, I'm filming what I can see. Okay.
Well, what you're doing is you're filming people leaving in their personal vehicles. Okay. That's not exciting. And a security threat.
No, how is that a security threat? That's a presumption.
Do you not see what happens in the world?
That's a presumption.
You're not seeing what's happening in the world?
Okay, yeah, but that is a presumption, okay?
It's not a presumption.
And where you just said, okay, about to do with licence plates, okay? Licence plates are in the public domain, okay? You guys have access to that information.
You're putting that on YouTube and you're specific.
Who said that? Who said that? Whoa. Hang on a minute. Whoa, hang on. No. You said that. I haven't said it. No, don't shout at me.
Listen to me.
Do not shout at me. No, don't shout at me.
So let me have my piece.
Please do not shout at me.
Let me have my piece then.
Yeah, as long as you don't shout at me.
The constables repeat the same security excuse, saying Plod is filming license plates. But number plates are meant to be seen. They must be displayed in public by law. Anyone walking past can look at them. Calling that suspicious is ridiculous. Police already have full access to plate information through the DVLA, the public does not. So pretending that filming something already fully visible is a threat just exposes how desperate they were.
You are a public servant, okay? I am here as a member of the public to film public property, okay, and a public service that the public pay for, okay? I'm doing a completely lawful activity, okay? I'm breaking no law, I'm committing no crime, right? And I shall carry on about my business, okay? If you decide that you want to harass me, then you carry on and do that, sir.
The issue you have...
Could you step back a little bit,
What
please?
you're doing is you're causing our colleagues harassment, alarm and distress.
Would you mind stepping back a little bit, please?
You're causing our colleagues harassment, alarm and distress.
Would you mind stepping back a little bit, please?
Okay. Why don't you step back further over there to
No, because I moved to here and you came to me. Okay?
I'll come
just
to
because
you. Because it's strange, and I'm asking you why you're filming.
And you walk to me.
I'm asking you why you're
filming. If you don't want to be that close to someone, then don't walk up to them that way.
Listen to me for a minute.
Okay? If you ask your colleague to step back, I will talk with you. No, he's walked right the way up. Now, this is me feeling alarm and distress.
He's not in your personal space.
Yes, he is. Okay? He's well within an arm's reach.
Don't touch me.
I didn't touch you.
When the officer realized he had nothing left, he dropped professionalism and stepped into Plod's personal space to intimidate him. Officers are trained to de-escalate, not use their bodies like weapons when they're losing an argument. Then he says, "Don't touch me," even though Plod wasn't touching him at all. That wasn't a warning, it was bait. He was trying to set up a situation where any small accidental movement could be twisted into assaulting an officer.
Touch me and you get arrested.
I did not touch you, so let's get that right. I did not touch you.
Don't touch me.
Okay?
Touch me and you get
I
arrested
did not
for assault.
touch you, so
Okay?
you need to be quiet on that one. Okay? Don't tell me I touched you when I did not touch you.
Don't touch me.
I did not touch you. It's all on camera.
Do you understand?
Okay? I did not touch you. Don't tell me do I understand.
Try and touch me.
Okay? Do not tell me. Okay? Right? He's got a real attitude problem. Yes, he has.
You're not listening. If you'd like to talk to me for a second,
that's
great.
fine.
Okay. So I just wanted to clarify some things. You're right. This is a public area. You are entitled to film here. However, your behaviour is causing our staff harassment, alarm and distress.
Who's that then?
So we've had members of our staff complaining about you, filming them, leaving the premises, and that is causing them harassment, alarm and distress.
As a police officer or police they cannot be the victim of being alarmed and distressed. No, they cannot. You need to actually look at that. It is case law and it is there.
Sir, listen to me. Yes, they can.
No, they cannot.
Yes, they can. So as such, under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002, I'm going to ask you to provide me your details, your name and address.
Now, I will actually state this, okay? Under Section 50, okay, of the Police Reform Act, okay, there has to be a member of the public within 150 metres of me.
No, they
okay? Yes, they
no,
do.
It doesn't,
okay? Right, you will not be getting my details.
So if you refuse to provide those details, you're liable to be arrested.
You will not get my details. I'll tell you that straight because I've done nothing wrong.
That's fine. I'm going to ask you again. You've caused our staff harassment, alarm, distress.
And I'm going to tell you no.
There is concern around your behaviour and how it's making our staff feel.
And I'm going to tell you no.
Request from you to provide me with your name and address.
And I'm going to tell you no because I've done nothing wrong.
You're under arrest.
Okay, right. Hang on. Just before you go, would you mind just reading my wrist, please?
The inspector returns and simply repeats the same nonsense. Then he makes the situation even worse by demanding Plod's details under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act. But Section 50 only applies when police reasonably believe someone is causing harassment or distress to the public. Plod was quietly filming on public land. There were no members of the public affected. The inspector ignored the legal requirements and arrested him anyway, not for a crime, but for not obeying him. That is punishment for non-compliance, not law enforcement.
We know I got one offer, okay, that got turned down, and we now have a court date for the end of February, so I will keep you updated on that, Pete. So, as you know, I gave you an update on Inspector Barton, and where it should have actually gone to court at the end of last month, and basically things have sort of been delayed, so I'm now waiting for another date for that, and as soon as I have that, I will let you know.
Plod's update changes everything. After being unlawfully arrested under Section 50, he didn't just complain, he sued. The force tried to settle privately, but Plod rejected the payout so he could take the inspector to court. That choice is huge. A court case means the inspector's actions can be ruled unlawful. The payout could be £5,000, £15,000, depending on damages. Taxpayers lose money because of police misconduct. The inspector could face disciplinary action. The inspector exposed his own lack of training and leadership. He escalated instead of de-escalating. He taught his constables to bluff, not follow the law. The constables then tried intimidation and baseless security excuses because they believed their boss would back them up. This incident isn't just one officer making mistakes. It shows a cultural failure where police feelings matter more than the law. Plod exposed that culture and refused to let them bury it. By turning down the settlement, he ensured the truth will come out in court, in public view. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And check out Plod's channel in the description. Show him some support. Thanks for watching.